Y'all, what up though, y'all? I'm waiting for Big Bro to come in and tap in with us so that we can get this started. Hang on, let me close this door. I think he's here right now. Let me close this door so I don't get no background noise. Hold on. Hold on.
Oh damn! I got to be on camera.
I mean, you don't have to. I don't know why you act like you're such a hideous human being all the time. You don't have to
Like
though.
I'm in relax mode over here.
Hey, I know the truth. You over there with a bonnet on. Oh, I thought you over there. You over there. You're squeaky on. First. Before we start anything, I know that you are. I know that you a Steelers fan, so I want to know how you feel about that game.
Man, I was over here having a heart attack. Like what the hell? First of all,
Did
like
you
I was cursing at the screen when dude tripped the
miss it?
quarterback.
No, well that was whack. That was a whack call though, but I didn't see it. I didn't see if he really like stuck his foot out to trip him. Once
Yes,
once the dude missed
yes.
the field goal, I was like, here we go. Once I
That
see
was
the field
another
goal
one.
missed,
That was another one because that and the thing that made it strange is that dude never misses.
dude, it was like a 20-some yard field goal too. It wasn't a
Yeah,
long field goal. It was a chip shot, right? I was like, this stuff is like scripted, right? Like it was crazy. Then all the penalties. I'm like, come on now. It's like at the last minute of the game, like the last shot in basketball, everybody always fouls. On the last shot, right? You trying your hardest to get the ball.
right.
Why you calling foul? That's how I kind of felt. Like, why you keep throwing these flags, bro? Like, let the game end. Let them play through it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
whatever.
The refs. You know, they. I think the refs like the camera time. They like being on
Somebody
camera, so
said
that's
that.
why they call these penalties.
Somebody said that too. Somebody did say that about basketball as well. I'm
Yep.
actually happy. I'm actually happy that I got you to come out, man. I thought I had a pen. I know you're gonna say something, and I'm gonna want to write something, and I know it. But I'm glad I got you to come out and
Am
talk
I
to the
looking too
people.
crazy out here with my robe?
Not at all, man. You look like a damn prince. Look, that's what you look like. But I remember I haven't did any like podcasts or whatever, but I remember I asked you like I want you to come back on, right? Because I like talking to you. And I was like, what you want to talk about? Because I didn't have any, I was gonna wait till we got back from Liberia, like obviously, right? But I was like, what you want to talk about before then? And you was like, man, I'm getting too old for this shit, right? And then you start saying something, I was like, bro, that'd be a really good topic, right? Like because I actually value people who are older than I am, especially like in their 50s, 60s. Don't be in your 70s and you still got a fire for black people because of what y'all went through and what y'all seen with our people. Like I'm 43, and from what I witnessed, I'm sick of this shit, right? Right. So I'm like, anybody who's my elder and who still has any kind of fire, really know what's going on and not afraid to say it. Because from my experience, the reason why I value it so much is that I talk to elders and I know they know what's going on because you're an elder. You've been alive. You can't tell me that I still baby steps or I need to be informed. You 50, 60, knock it off. You've seen stuff that I will never see, hopefully. And why are we so soft when it comes? Why is there's no urgency in these people? Where's your anger at? Have you been completely just it's beaten out of you? So just touch on that first. Touch on the I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah, it's like I think I've told you about this before. It's like my patience for the quote unquote black talk is zero.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this feel good bullshit that people blow and smoke up their own ass, to try to like feel good about themselves or feel good about black people. I don't need that. What I
Mm-hmm.
need is results, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of this sun, moon, and stars, celestial waters bullshit. I'm just tired of it,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Oh, the black man is the most the we got the melanin and we the dominant gene and all this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
If you're so fucking dominant, why don't you dominate? It's kind of ridiculous to be walking around saying I'm the dominant this, I'm the master of the universe, I'm this and that, but you don't. It doesn't not reflected in reality. In reality, everybody else is running with the globe. Everybody else is in charge, and you don't have one shred of power nowhere. So it's just I'm tired of the black talk. I'm tired of another thing that I'm really tired of is, oh, I wish Malcolm was alive. See, the reason why we in because they killed our leaders. Du- 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 du. Let me tell you something about that. I'm gonna blow this shit completely up. You know what? If Malcolm X lived or Martin Luther King lived, you know what they would be?
Black
Two
national.
niggas, two niggas that y'all would ignore. Like you ignore me, like you ignore Umoja, like you ignore the BAIO, like you ignore the Liberia Legacy Foundation. Anybody that people act like just because somebody died, that their philosophy and their ideology died. If you love Malcolm so much, how come you ain't do nothing that Malcolm X talked about? We are, we are. Malcolm lives within us. Amos
That's
Wilson
real.
lives within us.
I have to, I have to, please don't lose your train of thought. But God damn it, when you say that, that's some of the stuff that I personally let go over my head. I trivialize it because it's in me. But that's some real shit. That's some real shit when you say Malcolm, this is Malcolm. This when Martin said, I think I'm leading y'all to a burning house. This is that. What we doing
Right.
is that. That's what that and that's like so hard of a statement to say. Seriously though, that's a mic drop statement. It's like this is what our ancestors said. This is the ones that y'all praise, the holidays and all that. This is what they said. Now, what are we doing as a people? This what we doing, but what are we doing? The big we. I love that though, for real. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize. It's building exactly with what I'm talking about. It's like, how can you say you love these people when you don't do anything that they preach? You didn't pick up the baton and run with it. Instead, you're going, damn, it's a shame that dude died and dropped the baton, and you just sitting there with your hands on your hip looking at the baton.
Like you can't do nothing with it.
You know what I'm saying? Acting as if Malcolm did not die in the sense that people think. He died physically, but what he believed in lives on in us.
Big time. Real talk.
We picked up the banner, we picked up the baton, and we rolling with it. And you know how you treat us? You don't give a shit about us. You ignore us. You don't listen to a goddamn thing we got to say. And you talking
Yeah,
about Malcolm?
it's just
Malcolm
real.
would just be another nigga. He would be an old nigga that you ignore.
Hmm.
He would be alive to see that y'all don't listen to a goddamn thing he got to say. So miss me with that so-called love of Malcolm X. Y'all, who out here is reflecting that love except us?
That's real though. And I know like that sounds like a big statement for people to hear and they'd be like, no, and they'll start naming people. They'll literally start naming people like they'll say, what's Brother Love name with the afro? They'll say him with the gap tooth. I came with Cornell West. They'll say, but Cornell West. They'll say, but Mark Lamont Hill. They'll say, but Roland Martin. They really will say this, and they believe that that is what we're supposed to be doing. They believe in that more than they believe in weight, y'all. How about the general public, just us, not popular, famous people? Why don't we do something? They don't
Right,
believe that for
right.
real. But them saying that will literally be a mic drop. Remember, we was talking earlier, and I was talking about how when people debate, they will make their points way up here. Then you could make a counterpoint that makes their point looks like child's play, but they'll put it way down there, like it doesn't matter.
Right.
Like it doesn't matter. I told somebody earlier in a group when they was talking because this is what I'm frustrated with. Let me tell you something that I'm frustrated with black people pretending like they really want. I don't even want to say that they pretend that they want a solution. I'm getting tired of black people only preaching what everybody else is doing around us. Like we have no control over ourselves. Like we like I open up the page and say Trump did this, Trump did that, Trump did that. White people bad, America's bad, everything's bad, everything's bad. And you say, but we can do this, and it's like, nope, we're focusing on what Trump doing. That's what I'm getting sick of. Nobody is saying black people, this is what we're gonna do. Anytime it's black people, this is what we're gonna do. It's some shit like, don't go shopping for Black Friday. Don't get nobody Christmas presents. Okay, but what are we gonna do? That's my thing. What are we gonna actually do for ourselves? And I get nothing. I literally get nothing. from no one except us.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but I get
Look
nothing.
at look at what we and I don't want to get ahead because I know we want to deal with this toward the end of this. But just briefly, I'll say we're the reason why it's frustrating for us is because we're solution oriented. We look at a problem and we say, how can we fix this problem? For 3 years, we have been engaging in the solution. How many classes have we graduated in 3 years? About 4 or 5 classes or something like that.
Just did another one yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. This
Hmm.
is what you call solution. This is what you call doing something. And the reason why we get frustrated is because people are not interested in solutions. They're interested in sounding deep. When I was talking, and did you listen to that video I sent you?
Not all of it. No, no. I started to see it, and I don't know if that was the if you sent me the right video or not. And I was busy at the time. But go ahead.
Yeah, I was on our show and I was
Okay.
talking, and this dude was when I first started talking, I didn't even get anything out. He's in the background going, oh yeah. I'm like, I had to stop. I'm like, what's going on? You got a Diddy video on or something? And dude, no, I'm just co-signing. Like, how you gonna co-sign? I ain't say nothing yet. And then while I'm talking, it's like this, ooh, yeah, that's deep. It's like I'm not interested in being deep.
Hmm.
A lot of people use this struggle, conscious, whatever you want to call it, as
Hmm.
foreplay. You know,
I
if I
do.
talk
I do.
black, the girls will say, ooh, he's deep or whatever. Stuff that me and you and everybody that we associate with is has zero interest in. If anything, I don't want to talk. I'm at the point now where I've said everything that I need to say. If you want to know what I'm about, go to my YouTube channel and you will know exactly what Mr. Holipsism is about.
Just
I've
like that.
covered just about every freaking topic known to man related to our people. I was telling Deontay, um, he said, yo, I want to do a show Sunday or whatever. And I said, well, what do you want to do it on? He said, well, I don't know yet. And I said, Deontay, if you don't know what you want to do a show on, then that means you shouldn't be doing a show. And he agreed with me.
Hmm.
Don't just be doing stuff just to be doing it.
Exactly.
We did this today because you had something to say. I had something to say. We had a lot to get off of our chest. That's why we're doing this right now.
It
We're not
reminds me.
doing it to be
Go
deep.
ahead.
We're not doing it to sound deep, to sound intellectual, for whatever, for clicks and views, because we rarely do this. So when you hear us, it's because we got something to say. And there's an old saying, my brother used to say it, and I have it on my desk when I was at the office. Um, a wise man speaks because he has something to say, and a fool speaks because he has to say something.
Hmm. It's a
And
great
I
saying.
use that quote at my job because I speak to a lot of people that just have to say something. Very rarely do I engage in conversations, except with y'all, my inner circle,
Hmm.
where we're actually speaking about some real shit. And it's usually not bitching and moaning and complaining about shit. It's about solutions.
That's not true. We bitch and moan about the bitching and moaning.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm getting sick of this shit, man. I'm getting
That's
tired of this
about
shit.
it. That's
For real,
about
though.
it.
It be
But us
frustrated with the people.
personally, we engage most of the time in productive things.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So
And
I
I
want to
feel
get.
personally proud of the fact that while Umar Johnson and the rest of these clowns are talking about schools and this and that, we have quietly, under the radar, graduated. Damn, let's see. We averaging about what, 12 or 15 a class?
Hmm.
So times
Hmm.
that by 4 or 5.
See, when you say that, this is one of them things that I don't want us to trivialize, because going there, being in Liberia and actually feeling the energy of the students, because it's different hearing them and feeling them catch on Zoom calls and on telephone calls, but actually meeting them and seeing them. Nah, man, we doing something. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. We
Yeah,
absolutely doing something. Because you know
yeah,
me, I'm frustrated with. We need to do more, faster, faster, more. Even if it's just three of us, let's do more. But going there and seeing that, the whole thing about the pace and it takes time part about what we're doing, like that part made total sense, man. For real. We actually doing really good work in Liberia from America.
yeah. And
Straight up.
think about this. Don't trivialize this either. Everybody says that African Americans and Africans can't work together. We don't have no common ground, blah, 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 blah. We have been working with boots on the ground, people in Liberia
Hmm.
from America for 3 years going on 4.
Just came from
Don't
Liberia
trivial.
getting some red
You
carpet treatment.
cannot trivialize that. We're doing what nobody is doing. Nobody. And we didn't come over there with some arrogant, yo, y'all just sit back and we'll take over. No, we're working with the people there, helping them do the job. They're the ones that's going to be in power. So
It's
that's
really hard.
something we can never trivialize. We got to take pride in it.
It's really hard for people to comprehend too, because people really don't. In their brain is so embedded that we can't do anything together, and we damn sure can't do anything with Africans. So us just saying that it doesn't, it's not getting the attention that it deserves. For real, it's really not, because we do trivialize it. We don't talk about it nearly enough. We really don't. What we actually
Right.
do, we don't talk about it nearly enough, because the problems here are so big. I'm too busy. Like, hey y'all, if y'all want to do something here, we could put our money in the bank, and then we can start making moves together, more black moves. And that's like such a big focus, because I see the big picture in that. And it's like, how
Mhm.
isn't that something that everybody is excited about? The
Right.
simplest things, like we don't want to move on. And then we want to talk about Liberia and teaching kids in the future. How, bro? We can't even get people to put a couple dollars in the bank. It's
Yeah.
vicious. It's vicious, man. It's
This is
vicious.
the reality. We've been able to put this stuff together with nickels and dimes and donations, small donations. A lot of times we under pressure every week because we don't have the funds. And yet we've managed to do it every week. There has yet to be a week where we go, hey guys, we can't do the class, we ain't got no money. Because somehow we always come up with it. And I've
Mm-hmm.
done the math. Personally, I put my stuff on recurring,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that everybody needs to do that. Especially, and I'm not talking about outsiders, I'm talking about everybody in our group needs to do that. Because
Mm-hmm.
I did the math, and if, let's say, even 10, I would say 10 people on recurring would be the minimum amount, and 20 people on the recurring, we wouldn't have to worry about nothing. And people ask, well, what's the recurring? $15 a week. That's $60 for the month. That's it. People out here buying alcohol, people out here buying drugs, people out here buying pussy, people out here buying dick, people out here buying all kinds of crazy shit, alcohol. Like, I know you guys can spend $15 a week for the advancement of our people.
Mm.
That's all it's gonna cost you.
And
I do
before
I
we
do that with bells on. Bells
that's
on.
it's easy. It's easy, and that's for the people in our group, you bastards,
Yeah,
for real. Because we struggle within our own group, so don't think it's just
yeah,
y'all, general public, for real.
yeah.
It's just a struggle. It's just a struggle for our people, but we
Yeah, because
love the
people
struggle.
people haven't made the commitment to
Mm,
put it on recurring and just leave it alone. So that way, every week we know we got the funds and we ain't got to be running around. Yo, we missing this and we need this and da 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 da. If you put it on recurring, at least 10 people, we have those funds coming in consistently, and we don't even have to question.
mm. It was something I was going.
So there ain't 20 people in this 50 million black people in the United States. We can't get 20 people to donate $15 a week. And
And
I
I
don't
do
want
want
to hear this bullshit about we ain't got no money because that's that
to know
song
no
they try to
money.
sing. How you ain't got no money, but you got $1,200 for a Chris Brown photo? I'm not trying to hear it. Your money is where your values are where your money are. Where your money goes, that's what your values are. And I ask people all the time, look at your bank account. How much of the money that you see that's constantly going out are you putting toward black people and black issues and black products and black anything?
Mm, mm, mm.
When you
That's a
look at
fact.
your bank account, where's the money going? And
Mm.
then that's where your values are.
How about this? How about this? I love that, man. Not just money. Look at your life. Look at your life. How much of your
Right.
life are you dedicating to the advancement of black people? And I don't want
Right.
to, how you say it, I don't want to hear that, oh no, you just take care of your family. You just make sure you teach your kids. Listen to this, geniuses. My family, my kids are into the world with everybody else's kids. My kid, if I'm just doing my kids, just me, and then they go out to the school where they're easily influenced because peer pressure is far more influential than their parents at some point. Hence America. American culture rules our minds. Hard stop. Hard stop. Which is why we got to struggle so much to get us to do anything black because America is anti-black. So when you say everything black, first thing that comes in our mind is fear. This is where I want to go. I want to talk to our men and talk about the psychology of us and how we look like just clowns, man. We look like clowns and children. Like we don't want to do anything for ourselves for real. Only thing we want to do for ourselves, it seems like, is if it's literally just for myself. I want to get me a job. I want to get me some money. I want to get me a car. I want to get me a woman. I want to get me, then my kid, me. And once I'm fine, fuck all y'all. How can I get some more? That's my problem. That's my problem. It's too many of us who have everything going on. And then when it comes to black people, we just turn our backs. And then when something bad happens, we all black. We all black. We all show up. We all get dressed like we going to church and come talk black shit. But again, in your life, what are you doing for the progression of black people? For real.
Yeah.
Effective change, not just activities and programming and we mentoring and teaching people how to survive in America, teaching people what's the word? Man, it was some phrase that I thought of where we just teaching people how to just make it here. This is how you deal with racism. This is how you deal with microaggression. This no, man. No. We don't have to live like that. That's not good for our mental health. Living like that indefinitely. It's not good.
You're a licensed electrician, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have my license yet. Still got a few more months, but close.
Okay. But
Go ahead.
I'd say you're a licensed electrician. It's just a procedural thing. Now,
Mhm.
have you ever gotten together with other electricians and talked about plumbing?
No,
See,
no,
this
I
is the
haven't.
problem. This is the problem. And I've made this point multiple times. I'm not really interested in unqualified people who have no understanding of what the situation is conversing with each other. To me, that's cafe talk. That's, sipping a latte, sitting back talking about the struggle and all this other stuff. That's irrelevant to me. What I want is people who have skills, people who are contributors of infrastructure. Those are the ones that need to be having the conversations. People who are um, used to running industry, people who know about manufacturing.
Exactly.
These are the things, these are the people that we need to be engaging with and the people that need to be involved. I said it on that clip. And when you get a chance, just listen to that clip, the
Oh,
whole
bro.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
I
You said
said, we're a bunch of tenants trying to have a landlord conversation. And that's the problem. That's the problem. It's a lot of people that just want to hear themselves talk. Let me ask you something. When we were on that trip, and because you've been around me, you've seen how I move and how I operate. I don't really do a lot of talking.
You really don't. You really don't. I mean, when we talk, you're talking, but
Right,
in your presence, you're not a talkative dude. You're not like, not at all. Not at all. For real.
right.
Yeah,
And the
that's a
reason
fact.
why is because I'm an auditory, and people think that because you're an auditory, that means you like sound. No, it means you're sensitive to sound.
Hmm.
And so a person can literally talk me into a coma. And I've had it on the phone where a person is just droning on and on, just with meaningless drivel.
Right,
I
right.
really feel like I should go to a hospital or something. Because I'm not into just yapping and
Yeah, yeah.
yapping for the sake of yapping. If
Hmm.
I feel like if I'm gonna talk, it should be meaningful.
Hmm.
If
Hmm.
I'm gonna have conversation, it should be engaged. Now that doesn't mean that everything is serious because we joke around and play around. You know, that's normal. But
Hmm.
what I'm saying is the majority of our talk is not bullshit. It's not. It's relevant, meaningful things because I can't get motivated or inspired by trivial nonsense. So that's why all of this stuff that everybody thinks is so fascinating, been there, done that, tired of it, bored to tears with it. Let me give you an example.
Go ahead.
Remember when Cat Williams did his interview with Shannon Sharp?
Yes.
Everybody
Yeah.
acted like it was a fucking extinction level event, like a comet coming from another planet. It's like, oh shit, did you hear what Cat Williams said? It blew up the internet, highest grossing video on his channel.
Hmm.
Guess what? He was talking about that shit 10 years ago.
He even
His
said that.
beef, his beef with Steve Harvey 10 years ago. All the stuff that he said was nothing new. The only reason why people thought it was new is they're youngin' and they don't pay attention to history.
Hmm.
So everything is brand new to them when they hear it. That's what I'm talking about. It's like when you were growing up, and I know this is a rhetorical question because I already know it,
It's okay.
but it seems to me like my generation, your generation, we had parents, and our parents listened to music. I'll just use music as an example. Most of the artists that I listened to were alive before I was even born.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I learned listening to the music through listening to the music my parents listened to and listen to people that came before me. So when I hear certain things, I know who the father of your style is because I know my history, I know the past. I don't understand why everybody shuns the past. It's like anything that's old, anything that's before them, they have zero interest in. I was never like that when I was growing up. As a young kid, I always was interested in the things that came before me. I remember
Interesting.
Bruce Lee. I saw Bruce Lee. I went to the movies. My mom took me to the movies to see Into the Dragon. I remember that.
Hmm.
And I was looking at Bruce Lee like he was an alien from another planet. Like I was like, I can't believe a human being. This is a human being. The way that he moved, the way that you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
But Bruce Lee was way before me. Jimi Hendrix. I remember I saw Jimi Hendrix for the first time on a video when he performed at Monterey when he burned his guitar. And I saw him do things with a guitar that I've never seen anybody do. And I was like in awe watching him perform. Jimi Hendrix was way before me. I think Jimi Hendrix died before I was even born. I'm not sure.
That's crazy.
But the point I'm making is there's an anti intellectualism in our
Oh yeah.
community right now,
Oh yeah.
and it's really something that I'm not used to because, like I said, my cousins, people that I grew up with, my friends, we all listen to old R&B, old
Hmm.
blues, old rock, everything that came before us. We have a wealth of knowledge, and that's just music. We ain't even talking about scholarship. Dr. Ben, Dr. Clark, Amos Wilson, Chancellor William,
Joseph
Ivan
Neal.
Van Sertima. You know what I'm saying? The people that came before us that
Hmm.
let us know the importance of Africa.
All of them people too is like almost mandatory reading. Like I done read something from all of them. Something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like straight up though. And now you you can encourage reading and it just doesn't happen. I want to before we talk about the Liberia trip, I want to talk about our mental health as a people. And when I talk about our mental health as a people, like, and you do this very well too, I like to talk in like analogies and metaphors. And the easiest one is relationships. And for some reason, we seem like we don't understand. We understand when we talk about relationships, we understand when you talk about a single individual, but when you talk about the macro of a people, all of a sudden we're not a monolith. You know what I'm saying? Like it just goes crazy. So I'm gonna try a different angle. I'm gonna give an example of our mental health and how we think. I seen a post, and the post that said something. The post that said something like black people. Some statistics about hospitals and something bad. And then it was like black people. We need to learn how to read our own charts and start saying medical codes and everything else. And I was like, and see, and then a bunch of comments, a bunch of likes, and it's like that's like a duh. First of all, but second of all, it's like these hospitals are killing us, and we know this. My thinking, why don't we have a team of people saying, "Don't worry, y'all, we're developing black hospitals in all communities and all states where there's black people." This is how I think. I'm like, why ain't somebody with cachet with a big microphone saying, "Hey, y'all, we getting tired of hospitals killing us. We gonna develop our own hospital ecosystem for black people." Why? And what
I
I
know
know
why.
is that our minds is so destroyed and pussyfied that we don't even consider that a reality. We won't even listen to me, big brother. We won't even consider no shit like let's develop an ecosystem, a health ecosystem just for black people. We have enough doctors, we have enough lawyers, we have enough builders. Let's start building hospitals. Fuck them. We won't even think that that's a possibility. Anybody tell me I'm lying, except you. Anybody in the world right now tell me I'm lying about Black America. Who's gonna say that and have people listen? Who? Without fear of I don't know what, I'm gonna lose my job, I'm gonna lose my wife, I'm gonna lose my husband, I'm gonna lose what? What the fuck are y'all scared of? Because that's what I know about us. For real, for real. When it really comes down to black shit, we just get scared, turn into pussies from top to bottom. Don't want to hear that. I could speak in psychological terms. I could speak in therapeutic terms and break it down, but I get real frustrated because guess how people will look at me? That shit seriously just fucked me up. So you know what I do? I give a good example and I say y'all pussy. Because I know you understand that. Might hurt you a little bit, but god damn it, you need to hear the truth. The truth is we act like clowns. We act like children. We act like we're defenseless. We act like we can't do nothing but follow what everybody else is doing. We talk about Trump, we talk about America, we talk about politics. When do we talk to the Congressional Black Caucus, y'all? When? Why don't we talk about them? That's our representation. Literally. We don't say nothing about them. Ever. Trump, 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 Trump. Biden, 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 Biden. What's the black girl name? Kamala, 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 Kamala. When do we talk about the people in Congress there for us? Ever, if we serious about solutions, political solutions. When? Somebody talk to me. Because I be tripping. I don't see everything. I'll be wrong a lot. Somebody talk to me. It's frustrating. Sorry, bro, but it's
You know
frustrating.
what this means?
Right. You see what I'm saying though? Like that's how I think. I'm like, wait, we have all these political problems. Don't we have black people in politics? Shit, we have a congressional black caucus. Maybe we can talk to them about our political problems, huh? And then they say nothing. And why do they say nothing, America? Because no one asking them. No one is forcing their hand. No one is saying, why ain't y'all saying nothing to us? They don't gotta listen to me. Why would they? Why would they come to this channel and listen to me saying, hey, Congressional Black Caucus, when y'all gonna do something? Do y'all see how that goes? There's no pressure. There's no pressure on people to do anything for black people because we ain't doing nothing for our fucking self. Geniuses.
This
Jeez.
is something that truth tellers, I think, in their hearts know, but they don't want to accept it. And that's that being a truth teller makes you the most detestable person in the world
Mm.
because people don't like truth. People like to be bullshit. And I compare it to the movie. And I've used this analogy before. When you go to the movies, you don't want to see a microphone hanging over the actor's head.
Mm.
You don't want to see bad acting. You don't want to see bad cinematography. The reason why is because it spoils the fantasy. You want to go there and you want to be immersed in this world and act as if this world is real.
Mm.
And the way that people interact with the movies is the same way that they interact in relationships. You don't want truth. You want somebody to give you the best, most convincing lie that they can. So you can escape into the fantasy that they are.
Mhm. Mhm.
People fundamentally don't like truth. They don't like real things. They like fake shit. They like being bullshitted. And that's the reason why they respect bullshit artists. Why do you think Donald Trump is president of the United States? Because he's a great guy and he really has the intentions of fixing the economy and making America great again? No, because he's a bullshit artist and they can relate to him because they're just like him.
Full of shit.
They're just like him.
Mhm.
He's anti intellectual. He doesn't know anything and he bullshits his way through it. Sound familiar?
Sounds very familiar.
Like another thing my brother used to always say is stop me when I start lying. I get into a lot of trouble. I've gotten into more trouble telling the truth in
Mm.
relationships than I have from lying. Because first of all,
Okay.
in my mind, if I have to lie to you, it kind of implies I find that like insulting because it kind of
Right.
implies that I'm afraid
I
of
don't
you.
respect you. I don't respect you.
You know?
Hmm.
Like, why should I like, okay, if I tell you the truth, what you gonna do? Beat me up? There's no reason for me to lie. Lying implies that I fear you in some way. That if you know the truth, then what? Like, so
Hmm.
I get in trouble by just telling the truth. People don't like it, but it is what it is. It's like I recently had a conversation where people were talking about baby. No, they were talking about the dating thing and saying how, oh, I noticed that a lot of these women who have high demands for men that they date didn't have those same high demands for the baby daddy. Stop me when I start lying.
They were at a
Oh, you
different
got to
level.
do this. You got to do that. Da, 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 da. But you didn't require that for the guy who put a baby up in you.
Mhm.
So are we going to have a real conversation? I'm a big fan of personal accountability. I've never been in a relationship where I came out of a relationship and said, "Oh, this person was the Satan, the devil, and they did me wrong." I always take personal responsibility and say, "Yo, that was on me because I chose to deal with that shit. I chose to be with this person. I could have. This person did not hold me hostage. At any point, I could have left, but I didn't. So I own it. People don't own shit, emojis. They don't.
Mhm.
I know. I feel it's the same. Like going back to the Malcolm X thing. How can you really say that you love something when you don't support it? When you don't really believe it,
Simple as that, man. Simple as
but you
that.
love it? Oh, I love. Oh man, it's so bad that they killed Malcolm. Once they did that, that destroyed the movement. Really? So then there really wasn't a movement. If one person's death destroyed a movement, then the movement didn't exist. Y'all
That's
was
what it
just
seems
dick
to me.
riding that cult of personality around that person. And then when they were gone, you had nobody to dick ride. Did you listen to them? Did you believe in them? Did you take any of the things that they said to heart and then try to apply it? Or were you just, yeah, ooh, that
Well,
nigga deep.
I think, well, while I know that, like, I know that everybody don't have like a fighting spirit. I know everybody aren't like men of courage, men of honor. I'm not the most bravest person. I'm not the most honorable person. When it comes to black people and what I see, maybe it's because I have children. Can't even say that. You ain't got children, and you just as fiery. So I just get so caught up in in the like the stagnation, the lack of urgency. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about we could even talk about from things like, okay, this is the health situation. This is how we're in food deserts. This is how we're in certain cities. We're like by the dumps. We're like by the waste, by where the garbage, right? You could say that too. Wait a minute. This is how we die. This is how the system, the ecosystems that we're involved in every day, this is how it kills us. And we'll just be like, and what? I gotta be at work in a few. Like it's nothing. It's really hard to be around grown-ups, particularly men who you could say something that's a mic drop and they'll be like, and what? But then you can say, man, did you hear about Trump? What he doing in the Middle East? And we're going crazy. This shit is crazy. I'm getting sick of these politicians. It's like, what the fuck are we talking about? Don't I don't want to stay on this too much longer. So I'm gonna let you end that. Then I want to slide into some highlights from the Liberia trip. I know we already did one, but I want to be able to have some clips of me and you talking about what we thought was some highlights. I think I was everywhere with you except for when y'all went to the national port the sec. Did you go the second day too?
No, I went the first
Oh,
day.
lovely. Okay, so yeah, I think you went somewhere with Carl and I didn't go one morning, but yeah, I want to talk about the highlights. Everybody keep asking me like how was it and everything else, and I really have a hard time. Like I had a great effing time to sit down and just talk about the whole thing. It'll take too long. Seriously, so I'll be like, what do you want to know exactly? When people ask me how was, I'm like, tell me what you want to know because it's too much to just say. But I'll let you kick it off.
Well, I'm as far as the other topic, I think we done smashed that. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. I'm trying to think that was there anything else? No, that's what I wanted to touch on. I wanted to touch on the whole Malcolm X thing and how
Please,
much people say they love Malcolm X,
please.
you know? Um, and that's what I touched on earlier.
Hmm.
Um, I wanted to talk about the sun, moon, and stars and the celestial waters, the manifesting and melanin and dominant gene bullshit, the feel good rhetoric that people,
In all things, y'all.
yeah,
Y'all might hear my brother talking and hear the sarcasm and the condensation in in his voice. But the reality is, y'all, is that we really do fill our hearts and our souls and our minds with this. Like this is effective. What I always ask myself is how effective am I being? How effective is whatever this thing is saying that this is for our people? How effective is it? Is this gonna change something? Because that's what revolutionary is. I remember being in a Black Panther fashion and they talk about revolution. And I was like, niggas, do y'all know what the fuck revolution means? The fuck are you doing different? Like, it means changing shit. Like, like doing something different. What the fuck are we doing different? Revolutionary, you know what I said? And they started to hate me. I said the revolution needs an evolution. They didn't like me no more. They didn't like they didn't like me anymore because you know why? Umoja wants to be effective. Let's solve some shit. Let's not march, get dressed up looking all cute and thinking we doing something, y'all. Let's do some shit. Or not. Let's do something or not. Anyway,
yeah.
Liberia, I'm gonna let you start because we probably say some of the same stuff and I don't wanna line step.
Well, the thing that I enjoyed about Liberia is the energy of Liberia, the energy
Mm-hmm.
of the people. Um, I was pleasantly surprised by how um, solid the infrastructure of the country is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the issue is maintenance more so than just rebuilding or whatever. It's like maintaining what's already there and expanding on it. I think, um, I was expecting, like you said, I was expecting worse, and I was pleasantly surprised. Now, that's not to say that everything is first world and up to date, because it's not.
Sure, for sure, yeah.
But the basic infrastructure is there, and the opportunity for growth and advancement and technologically, um, is there. The only thing is we're not focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
our people don't even know about Liberia for the most part. And I can't really get mad at them because I didn't know about Liberia.
Right, right, right.
So it's not like I think there's a calculated effort to keep Liberia in the closet so that we don't know about it. Because if we know about it and we know exactly why it was formed and what it is, then we will acknowledge it as our nation state. And I don't think that's what people want.
Exactly. And even that's another one. That's another one that I sneak in every now and then when I talk about Liberia. I say, I ain't saying pack up and move. I'm saying investigate for yourself. How about that? I try, bro. That's why when people try to tell me, why don't you do this? I'll be like, bitch, shut up, nigga. I didn't try. I didn't try shit. I didn't try everything you could think of. I didn't try the history cards, posting the history cards, and I noticed a pattern, nigga. Whenever we talk about how great we were in history, yay, 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 comments. Then you talk about this is what we can do for the future. It gets low. So get the fuck from around me about what I should do. it pisses me off. Why don't you do this? What are you doing? Nigga, I didn't try some shit outside of robbing the bank so I could have the money to fund my own shit. I didn't try a lot of shit for real, for real. And straight up, trust me, I'm actually on fire about some shit. I move with urgency in my life, not pussyfooting
I,
with y'all.
I've come to the conclusion, and it has given me some level of peace and stability mentally, that what I believe in and what I endorse and what my ideology is not popular.
Mm,
I'm
mhm,
a quality over quantity guy at this point. I think I have high quality connection with people like you,
mhm,
like Carl,
mhm,
like everybody in our circle.
mm.
I value the quality of the people that are in my life. And I would much rather have these quality people than to have a million low vibrational people.
And that's what the time we're in. We're in a time of fandom. I'm gonna do stuff that gets me clicks and views. I can't talk. I can't tell black people that they sorry for not doing nothing. I can't do that. I'm gonna lose viewers. I'm never gonna get any sponsors. Never gonna get any customers if I tell how I really feel about America. Ever. That's the truth, and that's where the cowardice come from, right? For real. Anyway, though, I want to piggyback on the infrastructure part because being in construction, I was looking at a bunch of the infrastructure. There's still stuff like how they build some of the buildings. You've seen a bunch of the buildings that were like halfway done or still in construction. And I was looking, I was like, that's different. Like I recognize the material, but how they was using the build. So I was just looking. I even took some pictures. I'm gonna like use some AI and be like, okay, well, how did they do this, right? So I could look at it. But the infrastructure is there. That was exciting for me. It was exciting seeing that, like, bro, it obviously needs upkeeping, but it's there. It is there. And the point that it's like one of them things where, like, I remember having thoughts, even doing videos back in the day. Then I hear a Malcolm X video, or I would hear Amos Wilson and be like, nigga, I said that. You know what I'm saying? And feel like I knew I wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew I wasn't tripping. If he said it, none of y'all can tell me shit from my own like original thoughts from wherever, right? And then I hear them like, man, seriously, it was like just some amazing stuff. Similarly to how I came across y'all when I heard people saying what I think, that's where I want to be. These are my people. Is Yeah, it's just an amazing feeling. I literally like lost my train of thought thinking about the feeling of hearing ancestors say something and being like, I said that. But the Liberia thing, the frustrating part about Liberia is the stuff that we talked about, it was there. Similar to here, it's like, wait, this is here. It's actually here. Even the stuff that I was trying to like lower my expectations, everything is there. Everything is there. I seen people, I could tell who the hustlers were. I could tell who the hard workers, like the people who you could see them working. Remember how we see on a motorcycle the dudes rolling with the 2x4s on the back of a motorcycle, Longo 2x4s. Like,
Yeah.
these are people working though. They just don't have the opportunity to have the equipment that they need to get the shit done. But these people ready to work, right? So it's like everything is there. But guess what? We can't do. We can't develop the stuff that we want to develop with just us. That's the issue. Like, I don't think being a thinker that thinks bigger than myself, it's never just me that can do it. None of my ideas are like, nigga, I'm about to do this and we gonna be on. Everything needs people. Everything needs people. And the more people we have, imagine if we came there 20 deep and they had to make room for 10, 7 people. You see what I'm saying? Instead of 3 or 4. Just imagine, because we absolutely made an impact with showing up in a group. Just
Yep.
imagine if we have more people.
Right. That's the problem. It's like people don't want to get involved because they always want to see other people twist in the wind. That's why I said I had a video years ago on my channel called The Mind Fuck of Leadership.
Hmm.
And every time somebody points you out and says, "Hey, you look like you could be the leader," it's not always a compliment. They want to see how you deal with the slings and arrows and how you maneuver around the bullshit. And they can sit back and eat popcorn like Michael Jackson. You know, a
Mhm.
lot of people, the bare minimum we ask, people are afraid to do. Contributing $15 a week is the bare minimum to me.
You said something. You actually coined something, and you called it passive activism. I fucking love it.
Yeah,
I love that term.
yeah,
You know, and it's much more effective than going online under an anonymous name and just making posts or likes and comments. Giving a few dollars, opening a black bank account. That's anonymous. Man, I love it. Passive activism. I really like that phrase, for real. I like that term a lot.
yeah. Nobody's asking for blood and urine samples. Nobody's asking for you to risk your job. You know what I'm saying? It's little small passive things that you can do that make a difference.
I want to say another thing about Liberia. From what from what I noticed, from what I noticed, the opportunity for growth is there. The fortunate part is that the opportunity is there. The challenge is that we need the resources so that we can actually execute what needs to be done. This is what I mean. On our way to Liberia, we was on a flight with a Chinese family. You could tell it was a Chinese family, probably a farmer family. There was about 10 deep. And I'm sure they wasn't going to Liberia to vacation. They probably going to try to mine something. They're probably open up a farm or going to work with their family who's already there drilling for oil or gold or something else. That's a fact. That's what they do. Here's the important part. We can do it too. We cannot just do it. We can do it. We could start our own business. We could actually push them out and start our own industry where we're not paying our people slave wages, where we're not just building roads to get to and from our work sites, where we're not destroying the land. We could do it too. There's nothing stopping us except us and our belief and lack thereof. That's a fact. Nothing is. If we had the resource when we was just there, we could have started something just then and there. Nothing stopping us. Nothing. But y'all will sit here that and be like, well, why don't you do it? Well, why don't you just do it? Fuck you. If that's your belief, fuck you, man. Straight up, just like that. We talking about we. We. I'm gonna let you cook after this. This is something I always tell people, something else that frustrates me. I'm fine. Umoja is fine. Me, my 5 kids, fine. Me, my women, fine. I could just close my eyes, collect my check, never talk to you niggas, and be just fine here in America. Somewhere tucked off nice and warm while it's cold outside, though. Nice car, very nice car. Everything's fine. You do what the fuck I want. That's not the point. The point is, what about the future of my people? What about my children's children? I have to think that. How more black men don't? Beyond me, man. I understand LeBron James now. I understand Jay-Z now saying, I'm kind of cool though. I get it. The general public though, why aren't we doing something for ourselves to create our own ecosystems? That's all. That's all I got. And it's available. It's right there available. When people talk about, oh, let's go start a farm here, start a farm there. Why don't we go to Liberia? You can still have America. Liberia's right there, waiting. Anyway, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish. I didn't even get to talk about everything I want to talk about, but we'll do it again. I'm gonna let you.
Oh,
I don't
we
want
can
to
do
keep
it
you.
again. I think an hour is a good
Hmm.
time, nice
Hmm.
and tight.
Honestly, though,
But using this time that we have left, we got about 5 minutes left. I wanted to put this out into the atmosphere because you never know. Are there any black people who know how to work Unreal Engine?
let me tell you something, bro. I looked it up. I'm gonna give it a try, but it's some shit. It's some because it's just like most things. The Unreal Engine gives you access to like landscapes, atmospheres, mount right, like stuff like that. But to like, for instance, to like, let's say if I want to see, I want all the homes to be brick here and stuff. That's another application. If I want certain structures, right, certain things in the skyline and stuff like that, it's different apps, different little things that you got to use the real engine though to like start it and get just like the parameters and everything just to see Liberia what it is now. I think that's free. That don't cost nothing. A couple of them is nothing. So I just gotta investigate some more though. I'm gonna play with it. I'm very interested in it. I looked at it, thought like it's doable though. It's definitely doable. Most of that stuff looks way more complicated than it is. So people who good at it look really smart, right? When there's only
Yeah.
two buttons that you use on the whole interface. But it definitely looked like okay, it's gonna be a challenge. But I'm down. I want to know something about it anyway. Something else that I want to say since we own it. I'm gonna put this in the atmosphere, so I'm gonna have to do something about it too. The website, the BIO Afghanistan website. That's where y'all can find. I think I'm gonna put it in the show notes, but that's where y'all can like actually connect with us, so y'all can know what we do and how we do it more. Because y'all might hear us on videos and be confused about what we are and what we actually do. And we're really trying to connect with more like minds. Always trying to connect with more like minds, more like minded groups too. Like we're not a we're not a gatekeeping group where it's like this is the leader, this is the mom, this is the not at all, man. Come with your ideas and let's go. Just don't come with some bullshit. But if you got good ideas, if you on what we're on, we don't care if you're in Rwanda. We don't care if you want to go to South Africa. We don't care if Africa is the solution and you have solutions that's working for y'all. We want to know them because we want them to work for us. Then we want to put them together for real, for real. I'm gonna make sure I put that in the show notes and everything, the website, so y'all could go to it now. We just working on it. You can still go to it now and sign up and everything else, but it's about to change soon. Um, I think that's it. I think that's it. I'm gonna make sure I
Yeah.
chop this up nice though and have some really good clips of us because I know the clips is gonna come out nice.
Cool. I'm
And I
down.
appreciate
I'm happy we did this.
yeah, man. I really do. I really appreciate your voice though. I'm gonna get you next time. I'm gonna take some time and have specific questions just for you though, for real. Because I just let you cook because that's what I like. But I think that viewers will get more from you if I actually have questions that I might know, but it'll help get information out of you because you got a wealth of shit in your like you said your video library is ridiculous. It has to be frustrating for you. You probably hear yourself talking like, God damn, I know I didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I know I said this before. I hope they don't remember, right? Because it's so and it's just a fact. You've been doing it for so long. However, that's that knowledge that we talk about. How you talk about like, why don't we respect our elders? We don't even talk about the past. Like you one of them dudes, for real, for real. One of them dudes that when you go on, it'd be a whole lot of people who full of shit saying, man, Mark was a real one. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. You know, he wasn't real when he was right here by you, motherfucker.
Oh
He
yeah,
wasn't scared.
they're gonna treat me just like they did Malcolm.
No, he was so real, man. He was for his people and everything. Nigga, you didn't donate a dollar. Shut up. Anyway, I
How
love
many
you.
people love Nipsey Hussle now?
How about that? Just like that. Just like that. For real, for real. I ain't
Yo,
got nothing else.
he was something else.
One of the best to do it.
That's what you're gonna
One of the
hear.
best to do it. I
But
love you,
yo,
more.
man, I appreciate the time. I'm gonna enjoy this. I gotta hear this commentary about this Steelers game.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you know now. Baltimore beating New England already. I know you need
Oh,
him to
really?
lose. You'll be yeah. I know you need him to
What's the
lose.
score?
You in the game. 7-0.
Okay, it just started.
It just started. Yep, it just started. And what's the name? Patriots got the ball at like the 40.
Oh, that's gonna be interesting.
It is. It is. What's the name? Act like they trying to play though. Baltimore act like they're trying to play. I'm gonna tell you who I'm pleased with because I low key. This is look. The stream is over. Y'all just gonna get this sports talk now. But I always liked Aaron Rodgers, even when he was on the Green Bay Packers. I really liked his style, right?
Yeah,
Way more than his personality, but his style. So I really like him doing good for Pittsburgh because I like Pittsburgh. I don't know why I like Pittsburgh even before Tomlinson. I liked him back when Coward was the coach. I
yeah.
liked his style. I just liked his mean ass style, right?
I've
But
been I've been a Steeler fan since Chuck Noll.
okay, yeah, him too though. Him too. Though. I don't know
Yeah,
why what it is about the Steelers that I actually like, but I'm glad that that Rogers is doing that. He holding it down for him. I really am. I really am.
yeah.
But that's it though. You have a good rest of your night. I'm about to go see Avatar. Have you seen Avatar yet?
No, but I think I'm gonna see it this week
Yeah, I'm about to go
because
sit
I
my
wanna
ass
I
down.
wanna see it in 40x.
I'm gonna go. We want to see it in 3D. I was gonna do the 4D, but I never did it, so I don't want to like it ruin it for me. Like I don't like it. You know what I mean? I don't want
Oh,
to go
okay.
for a 3 hour movie if I haven't.
Well, I will say this: if you're gonna see it in 40x, this is probably the movie to see it in.
I figure I might go if I like it a lot, or if I sleep through half of it, like I'm known to do. I might have to go back. Might have to go back, but yeah, we about to go and check it out. That's gonna be
All
my
right,
night.
man. Love you, bro.
Love you too, G. I'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right, peace.
All right. Peace.